My 15-year-old daughter was cornered by 6 old women at the farmer's market, screaming at her to obey her cheating father's parents. That was the last straw. So, I packed up years of secrets, betrayal, and abuse, and delivered it straight to their church, in binders, with glossy photos. Let's just say next Sunday wasn't your average sermon. If you've ever wanted to serve cold, hard truth to those who manipulate, lie, and twist faith for their own gain, you're in for one hell of a ride. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for the most satisfying revenge you'll hear all week. I'm 46, and I've been raising my 2 daughters, 17 and 15, mostly on my own, since my ex-husband passed away in an accident last year. Now, normally that might bring peace, but in my case, it just ripped open old wounds. You see, my ex was a cheater, and not just any cheater. He had 2 secret sons with his affair partner, and then both he and that woman died, leaving those boys orphaned, and leaving me and my daughters stuck in the aftermath. Now, here's where it gets twisted. My ex-in-laws, his parents, tried to get custody of my daughters, tried to move into our house, tried to force my girls to be big sisters to the affair babies. My girls were the ones who discovered his affair. They found the messages, the pictures, everything. They're in therapy now, because, let's be real, that kind of betrayal leaves marks. So one weekend, we go to this local farmer's market. It's my younger daughter's birthday, and she's got a budget to blow on sweets and treats. All was good until I got a call from her, voice trembling and cracking. Mom, some women won't let me leave. They're yelling at me. I don't know what to do. I ran to her, and what I saw made my blood boil. 6 elderly women had her cornered, wagging fingers in her face, calling her unchristian, accusing her of being a bad sister, heartless, even selfish. And yes, I recognized a few of them from the church. My ex's parents go to. My eldest helped her sister out while I stood my ground. I tore into those women. They had the audacity to tell me I should obey my ex-in-laws, like a good Christian wife. Sorry, but I left the 1950s behind decades ago. Security made us all leave the market. As I drove off with my daughters, those women followed us out like vultures, circling. That night, after my girls were asleep, I got online. I messaged a guy I know from that church, someone decent. He apologized and told me everything. Turns out my ex-mother-in-law had written a massive sob story in their church's Facebook group. She said I abandoned them, that we left them homeless and destitute, that my daughters were cold, selfish, and refused to talk to their poor grandparents. She even blamed us for the orphaned boys going to other relatives, said it was our fault. But here's the kicker. She claimed the affair partner was a surrogate, and that I rejected the boys because they were male. Excuse me, that was it. I was done. Do you want a story? Fine, I'll give you a story. I had everything: the texts, the photos, the proof, screenshots of my ex in flagrante delicto messages from his parents, supporting the affair, and the worst messages, where they blamed my daughters for their father's death, called them bastards, told them they ruined the family, all printed on beautiful, glossy paper. I made custom binders, the kind that looked like church hymn packets, each one opened with a giant photo of my ex and his mistress making out in our living room, underneath their names in bold, and the title, The Real Love Story. And I knew exactly where to put them: at the back of the church, where people grabbed their songbooks before service. No one checks them. And oh, they grabbed them all right. The gossip mill exploded. The pastor had to get involved just to keep the Facebook page from going R-rated. People were furious, not just at my ex, but at his parents for backing his affair, for lying, and for abusing my daughters. Of course, I still wasn't totally forgiven. Some church members said, she strayed, but maybe she'll find her way back to the light. But the best part, my girls got apology letters, and I got a sweet little invitation to return, for support. As for my ex-in-laws, they were shamed out of the church. My ex-mother-in-law posted one final whiny status about how no one respects the elderly, how her poor son would have taken care of her. Lady, your son couldn't even keep his pants zipped, and I was the one making the money. Reflective wrap-up, 15 to 20 seconds sometimes. Justice isn't handed to you. You have to print it, bind it, and drop it at church like it's communion. And in that moment, I didn't just protect my daughters, I gave them back their voice. If that revenge gave you chills, go ahead and hit that like button, and tell me in the comments what would you have done. Ever watched someone get exposed publicly like this? And of course, subscribe for more juicy justice-filled